Okay, let's jump right in. So when I say Greenland, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For most people, it's this huge, empty, frozen landscape, right? Kind of on the edge of the world. Well, get ready to scrap that image completely. Today, we're going to explore how the world's biggest island is doing a complete 180, turning from a remote icy outpost into a massive hotspot for global superpowers.
And this slide, this really nails it. On the one hand, you've got yesterday's Greenland, a remote expanse, pretty much off the radar. And on the other, today's Greenland, a strategic crossroads. So the big question is, what on earth happened to cause a shift this huge?
Well, the answer starts with something almost hard to believe, a massive physical change to our planet. As the world gets warmer, the Arctic's ancient ice is melting. And as it disappears, a new ocean is literally reappearing, forcing us to redraw the maps we've been using for centuries.
Now, what's so incredible about this is that it's opening up a legendary sea route, the Northwest Passage. For hundreds of years, this was the stuff of myths. Explorers dreamt about it, and many died trying to find a way through the ice. But now, that legend is actually becoming a reality, a real, navigable shipping route that connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans.
But this isn't just a cool geography fact. This is a total economic game changer. The opening of the Northwest Passage is like discovering a new global shortcut, a massive economic prize that's been locked away under all that ice for all of human history.
And this chart just shows you how huge that prize really is. Just look at the typical journey from Asia to Europe. That long bar? That's the old-school route through the Suez Canal. Now look at the other bar, the route through the Northwest Passage. The difference is just staggering.
Let's put a hard number on that. We are talking about slicing more than 4,000 miles off a typical shipping journey. 4,000 miles. Think about what that means. Massive savings in time, in fuel, in money. It could completely change the math of global trade as we know it.
And that's the absolute key. As the source material points out, these new lanes put Greenland smack dab in the center of everything. Its location, which for so long made it feel isolated, has suddenly become its single greatest asset. Talk about a reversal of fortune.
And whenever a new strategic prize like this appears on the map, you know exactly what's going to happen next, right? The superpowers take notice. This whole situation has kicked off a brand new geopolitical tug-of-war, with all the major powers wanting a piece of this new Arctic frontier.
So, the question is, who are the main players in this new great game? This is where it all gets really complicated, because you have all these different countries with totally different goals, all converging on this one spot.
This table breaks it down really nicely. First, you've got the United States. They want a strategic foothold up there to keep an eye on everything. Then there's Russia, who sees a massive economic opportunity and is building a whole fleet of icebreakers to control the new shipping lanes. And of course, you have Denmark, which technically has sovereignty over Greenland and is trying to hold on to control while all this is happening.
But wait a minute, what about Greenland itself in all of this? Is it just going to be a pawn in this big superpower game, or could it become a pivotal player in its own right? This is Greenland's moment, for sure. It's suddenly on the world stage, and that brings incredible opportunities, but also huge risks.
Just try to wrap your head around this change. For generations, Greenland's economy was based on remote villages. Now, almost overnight, it's being talked about as a strategic maritime outpost that sits at the heart of global trade. That is a mind-blowing shift for its people and their entire future.
And look, this didn't come out of nowhere. This timeline shows a slow and steady march towards more independence. They got home rule back in '79, then more self-governance in 2009, so they were already on this path. But now, boom! They've been suddenly rocketed into the center of geopolitics.
So yeah, the stakes for Greenland right now are unbelievably high. Could this be the leverage they need to finally achieve full independence? Maybe. But they also have to figure out how to handle all this pressure from the superpowers. It's a massive balancing act between a new economy and protecting their own sovereignty. How they play their cards now is going to decide everything.
Which all leads us to this final, really critical question. As the ice melts and the world's most powerful nations all rush in, could Greenland's thaw actually ignite a new kind of Cold War? A 21st century version fought over shipping lanes and strategic geography instead of ideology. It's a chilling thought, and honestly, only time is going to tell.